All right, if you're learning French, you've definitely run into these four little troublemakers. Tout, tous, toute, and toute. They look almost the same, they sound almost the same, and yeah, they can be a real headache. But what if I told you the secret to finally getting them right is actually super simple? Stick with me because we're about to crack the code together.
And just so you know, all the good stuff in this lesson comes straight from the experts at French Rendez-Vous, which is Canada's top second language school. So you can relax, you're in very good hands.
So here's our game plan. First, we're going to tackle what I call the tout puzzle. Then we'll break down each form one by one, the masculine tout and tous, and then the feminine tout and toutes. And to wrap it all up, I'm going to give you the perfect little cheat sheet to make it all stick. Sound good? Let's do it.
All right, let's dive right in with the puzzle itself. What is the one core rule that connects all four of these words?
This is the big question, right? They all kind of mean all or every or whole, but how in the world do you know which one to pick? It can feel totally random, but I promise you, there's a very clear system hiding in plain sight.
And here it is, the big secret. It all boils down to two things you already know and love about French gender and number. That's it. The form of tout you use simply has to agree with the noun it's describing. Once you get that one simple rule, you've basically cracked the entire code.
Okay, so let's put this rule to the test, starting with the first one on our list, the masculine singular form, tout.
Here's the deal. Whenever you're talking about a single masculine noun, you use tout. Simple as that. It can mean every or all of a single thing. For example, let's look at this sentence. Tout homme a le droit de vote. The noun here is homme, which means man, and homme is, you guessed it, masculine and singular. So the word for every has to match. It's got to be tout. See? They just click together. Okay, singular is pretty straightforward. But what happens if we've got more than one masculine noun? Well, that's where our next form comes into play, the masculine plural. And it's exactly what you'd think. For a group of masculine things, you just add an S to get tous. Now, the pronunciation can be a little tricky sometimes, but the written rule is super simple. A plural masculine noun gets a plural tous. Check this out. Tous les étudiants doivent passer l'examen. Our noun is étudiant, students. That's masculine and plural. So which form do we need? That's right, the masculine plural one, tout. Tous les étudiants. It just fits. Let's do one more just to really hammer it home. Tous les livres sont sur l'étagère. Livre, books, is a masculine plural noun, so naturally we have to use tout. Tous les livres. It's always about that agreement. All right, we've totally nailed the masculine side. Let's switch gears and take a look at the feminine forms, starting, of course, with the singular.
So, for a single feminine noun, the form changes to toute. See that E on the end? That's our feminine signal. This form often gets translated as the whole of something. In this sentence, toute la ville est en fête. Our noun is ville, the city. In French, la ville is a feminine singular noun. So, to say the whole city, we need that matching feminine singular form, toute.
Here's another one for you. The word personne, or person, is also a feminine singular noun in French. So to say every person or any person, we need that feminine singular agreement again. It has to be toute. Toute personne. Okay, you know exactly what's coming next, right? We've done singular feminine, so now we've got to do the plural. And guess what? This is our last one. And the pattern here is probably just what you're expecting. Just like we did on the masculine side, to make the feminine form plural, we just add an S. So tout becomes toutes when you're talking about a group of feminine nouns.
We already know personne is feminine, right? Well, its plural form, personnes, is, you got it, feminine and plural. So the form we use has to match, which gives us toutes. Toutes les personnes. And one last example, just to make this crystal clear. Voiture, or cars, that's a feminine plural noun. So to say all new cars, it's got to be the feminine plural form. Toutes. Toutes les voitures. See, you're a pro at this already. Okay, we've gone through all four forms. We've seen the logic. Now, let's pull it all together into the ultimate, easy-to-use cheat sheet. Okay, this right here is your new best friend. This little table simplifies everything we've just talked about. It all comes down to two simple questions. Is your noun masculine or feminine, and is it singular or plural? Just find where your answers meet on this grid, and boom, you have the right form. Masculine singular? Tout. Feminine plural? Toute. It really is that straightforward.
So look, if you only remember one thing from all this, please make it this. It is all about agreement. The word itself isn't complicated. You just have to make sure it matches the noun it's describing, gender and number. That is the whole game.
Okay, you have the rules, you have the cheat sheet, you've got all the tools you need, so let's end with a little pop quiz. The French word for houses is les maisons, and it's a feminine noun. To say all the houses, which form would you use? Think about that grid. I bet you know the answer.
A French rendezvous.